Hello, this is just a quick video to highlight some of the good stuff coming out of the papers and the posts, and just to further clarify some good strengths that I think are worth mimicking, and also a little bit of weaknesses where I think the class can kind of benefit from this analysis. Okay, so taking a look at this, this is just one example. So this is one model of structure and organization of material, but I did like it because it was clear, it was compact and concise, and it was something that connected well between the conclusion and the first support point. Looking at the conclusion, this is a structure that's pretty common. That is, you say, here are three things that we're going to look at, and you list them off with a bullet point. That's then followed by a series of commas or semicolons, depending on how long it is. And what you see here is that the person chose to respond to the topic prompt with "It's difficult for an individual to disobey authority figures and groups for three primary reasons." This is helpful when you turn any topic prompt into a statement or a question and then answer it using almost the same language. It's helpful to keep people on track. And in this way, it keeps the reader on track. It's clear what it is you're doing. Every so often, there's like 2 or 3 papers where I get that really don't respond to the topic prompt. So as just a heuristic or as a good practice, if you just turn a topic prompt into a statement or question using most of the same words, its chances are you're going to be on target more. The writer then follows this up with concise statements, which I do like in 2 of the 3. That is, they define the first issue as fear, and fear that a person has of disobeying the authority or group. The second one, the trap of consumerism, is somewhat clear, but it's still not clear what that is. Like, what is the trap of consumerism? Is it buying too much? Is it buying too often? Like, how can that be, further defined? I can tell you that the writer does define this better in the supporting paragraphs that you don't see down here because I'm only highlighting one. But that should be a point of revision where if you define it better in the paragraphs, come back to your first statement and then define it better up here. And then the last one is why it's difficult to disobey is the fact that an individual often sees himself as only the instrument to carry out an authority's will, abdicating his own responsibility. That's clear as well and concise, and so transition-wise, the writer chooses to instead of go with the first one first, they left off with this last one, so they're going to begin with this last one. That's totally fine. It's a smooth transition. It works. And then take a look at down here, and I'll be sending this out along with the announcement about this video. But take a look down here. Within this first paragraph, they do exactly that. They define the topic of the paragraph again, so it's clear what I'm reading for and what I'll be looking for. And what this writer does a really good job at is within this paragraph, they define and support their little topic sentence up top with 3 authors. And not only do they do it with 3 authors all through here, but they have the authors comment on each other, and that provides both a smooth transition and good synthesis. So not only do I get 3 stacked ideas, but I get an idea that is then commented on by the work of another author, that is then commented on by the work of another author. I mean, right there, that's good synthesis. That shows that you've done a broad base of reading and that you have support not from beyond a single source. And that's where some people ran into problems where in their paragraphs, in their support paragraphs, they only had one single author when there was probably 8 or 9 to choose from. And in terms of synthesis, that's what I'm really looking for. How are you going to bring together these divergent sources to support your stance? And then beyond that synthesis, which is good, is having the authors talk to each other, comment on each other's quotes in a sense that you've assembled. Overall, the last 2 weeks, the postings have been really good. I really enjoyed seeing some of the weaker writers blossom and really develop some good stuff, and I've enjoyed reading the stronger writers' continual good work. So based on all this, I'm looking forward to your upcoming essays, and as always, email if you have questions or concerns.